Why is it best not to rush a relationship? That question might sound like advice from a therapist, but today we're talking about something rooted quite literally in the ground: the relationship between a designer and a landscape. British landscape designer Dan Pearson, widely regarded as a leader of the naturalistic movement, has spent his career making the case that the best gardens are not built, they're cultivated slowly, deliberately, and with patience. Pearson is known for creating immersive designs that feel less like constructed spaces and more like places that have always existed. One of his most personal projects is a garden he calls Hillside, located in Somerset, England. It's a living laboratory of his philosophy that taking your time with a landscape isn't a limitation, it's actually the method that produces the most inspiring results. The idea is that when you resist the urge to complete everything at once, you leave room for the unexpected. Nature reveals itself gradually, and a designer who moves at nature's pace can respond to what the land is actually telling them, rather than imposing a rigid vision from the start. Pearson argues that working slowly also creates opportunities for fine-tuning along the way. A plant that underperforms in one spot can be moved. A path that felt right on paper might not feel right underfoot. These are discoveries you simply cannot make if you rush to a finished state. The naturalistic movement, which Pearson helps lead, pushes back against the idea that a garden should look polished and controlled. Instead, it embraces wildness, seasonality, and the beauty of things changing over time. A garden in this tradition is never truly finished, and that's entirely the point. For Pearson, the relationship with a landscape is exactly that, a relationship. It takes time to understand a place, to learn how light moves across it through the seasons, how water collects after rain, which corners shelter wind and which expose it. Rushing that process means missing most of what makes a place worth knowing. If you've ever felt impatient with a garden that isn't coming together the way you imagined, Pearson's message might offer some comfort, or at least a shift in perspective. The most inspiring landscapes, he suggests, are the ones you let unfold. That's all for today. Thanks for listening.